It is said that the world of energy never sleeps, so our weekly Energy Frontiers keeps you in the loop. Hello everyone, I am Justina Okechukwu. Thanks for joining me, and a big thank you as well to the African Energy Chamber for supporting this show. Let's get started with some of the biggest energy news on the continent and around the world at this time. After nearly 20 years of delay, Nigeria will on Monday the 26th inaugurate the geometric power plant, the country's first independent energy facility of 181 megawatt capacity, located in the industrial and commercial city of Aba. The country's president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is expected to officially unveil the plant alongside the Aba Power Limited, which will distribute electricity from the plant to 9 local government areas in the state. 88 Energy Limited, a dual-listed Australian firm, says the company has received working interest transfer from Monitor Exploration Limited in relation to Petroleum Exploration License 93, located in Namibia's Owambo Basin, following approval from the Namibia Ministry of Mines and Energy. Danish wind turbine manufacturer Vestas Eastern Africa has completed the sale of its 12.5% stake in Kenya's 310 megawatts Lake Turkana wind farm to the Climate Finance Partnership, a fund managed by BlackRock. An upstream review published by global energy research firm Wood Mackenzie has identified the Zimbabwean Mukuyu gas field, which is 80% owned by Invictus Energy, as the second largest discovery in sub-Saharan Africa. In other energy news, the International Energy Forum Symposium held in the week analyzed different outlooks on current market volatility from several research groups, including consumers represented from the International Energy Agency and producers from the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. The symposium saw the launch of IEF's annual comparative analysis report, which revealed that energy transitions would be multidimensional, operating at different speeds from different starting points and driven by national priorities. While speaking to the Outlook's comparison report, the Secretary General of the International Energy Forum, Joseph McMonigal, stated that the gap between the highest and lowest scenarios for energy demand in 2050 is larger than the entire energy market today, as elevated levels of uncertainty is biting hard on investor confidence, energy security, and market stability. The symposium ended with an emphasis on harnessing better cooperation and communication to bridge the gap between energy outlooks of both consumer and producer states. In the meantime, congratulations to Zimbabwe, which was confirmed as the 23rd African country to join the International Energy Forum, bringing the total number of global member countries in the IEF to 73. And that was a summary of your energy news headlines. When we return, governments have been asked to take necessary steps to deliver on the energy commitments made at the recent COP28 Climate Summit in the UAE. We'll be right back. The COP28 president, Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber, says that the implementation of the measures agreed at the climate summit last year, which aims to keep the average global temperature rise below 1.5 degrees centigrade, will require unprecedented action by stakeholders around the world. Al-Jaber was speaking at the International Energy Agency Forum held in Paris to further the conversation on how to deliver quickly on the UAE consensus.
And now is the time for all stakeholders, state and non-state actors, to step up. All parties who signed the UAE consensus must work on enhancing their nationally determined contributions ahead of the next cycle in 2025. In fact, this work must start now. COP28 put together the biggest coalition of heavy emitting sectors ever assembled at any COP. But all are focused on effective and meaningful and pragmatic energy transition. More than 40% of the global oil production is now committed to zero methane emissions by 2030 and net zero by or before 2050. And they all have a practical plan of how to achieve those very ambitious targets. Yes, it is my view that this is a good start and that we must build on it. But we all must continue to push for more ambitions.
There's more on Energy Frontiers after this. Stand by, everyone. Welcome back to the show. The Vice President of the African Energy Chamber, Vena Ayukegba, has reaffirmed the Chamber's dedication to investments in the energy sector in order to ensure universal access to power and lift millions of Africans out of energy poverty. The top AEC chief was speaking at the Africa-European Union Parliamentary Assembly held in Angola during the week. Let's listen.
All Africa is looking for is to ensure that it can take significant amounts of its populations out of poverty. And if you're looking, and we constantly talk about education, we constantly talk about healthcare, affordable healthcare, infrastructure, for all of that to happen in a realistic manner to touch most people, we need to be able to ensure that we can get access to reliable and affordable energy. I'm going to be honest to say, in many cases, they really don't care where the molecules that create the power come from. They don't care whether it is coming from gas, or whether it's coming from solar, or whether it's coming from hydro. What they care is reliable and affordable energy. The Chamber continues to say, for Africa, we need to first ensure access to power. Yes, we do believe transition is important. We do believe that energy transition is necessary, but Africa needs to industrialize. We need jobs. And so if that means that we need to use gas resources, ladies and gentlemen, we do need to hurry up and use those gas resources.
Next on Energy Frontiers, Africa's mining industry faces major investment challenges, but finance providers such as the Ecobank Group are looking to bridge the gap.
We are done dreaming of an industrialized Africa. No more enduring long journeys in darkness. No more imagining life without constant power. We are done. We are done. Done tolerating 24 hours without power, load shedding, blackouts, and power cuts. Enough. Imagine a life where our abundant natural resources can't power a generation. We can't cope with that reality. 600 million Africans still lack access to power. We have the solution. It's time to turn imagination into action. African Energy Week 2024 is the platform to implement change, sign deals, and take decisive action. And implement. Join us. Invest in African energies. Energy growth through an enabling environment, and be part of the movement that brings hope to millions across the continent. It's not just about power, it's about empowering lives and giving African hope. Be there to witness the transformation. African Energy Week 2024, where imagination becomes reality. Secure your seat now. Don't miss out on African Energy Week 2024. Visit our website and buy your tickets today. Let's light up Africa and create a brighter future together.
That the time you need to build that project. Sign, baby, sign.
Welcome back. The recent African Mining Indaba 2024 was well attended by diverse delegates and exhibitors from within the continent and around the world, as the forum looks to help facilitate the mobilization of capital to boost the mining industry. Bunmi Bajomo, the Chief Operating Officer and Group Head of Corporate Banking at Ecobank Transnational Incorporated, headquartered in Lomé, Togo, was at the Cape Town event. Speaking to Frontier Africa Reports, the Ecobank top banker shares with us the role the Pan-African lender is playing in energy as a major input for mining activities on the African continent.
What we bring to the table to both the investing community and the host community is our network advantage that is cut across 33 countries and our 5 regional hubs. So we're present in 33 countries in Africa, and then we're able to mobilize resources through our regional hubs. One, through our international franchise in Paris. We have a UK rep office, a rep office in South Africa. We have a Dubai rep office. And we also have a rep office on the fringe of Ethiopia. So what we bring to the table is our network and also our knowledge of the mining sector across different geography, West Africa, Southern Africa, the SADC region, Eastern Africa, the Central and Middle East Africa. We bring all of our competencies, and we have an array of mining specialists whose job is actually to harness the development in the mining sector. Then, given our pedigree, we are able to engage investors who want to go into countries and then be their face and be the lever to which they are able to engage sovereigns, government across all of this value chain. That is number one that we do. The second is that one of the problems that Africa has faced also in terms of the skills gap that exists in mining. And I give you an example. You had a lot of countries doing country showcase during mining Indaba. You had the Democratic Republic of Congo one, you had the Zambia one, you had Namibia. Those ones were so oversubscribed that despite the fact that they used the presidential lounge, it was oversubscribed. He had the participation of us as financial lender. He has all of the major mining names, Ivan O, Kimi Group, all Glencore. He had the financiers, and he has the value chain support system, all of them making presentation. But if I contrast that to the presentation for the Nigerian showcase, the Nigerian showcase, number one, was not so well attended. The publicity around this was low, but a lot of the participants and the presenters were actually foreigners, expatriates, even though the Director General of the SMDF actually gave a good account. But it shows the skills gap that was present. What we at Ecobank do is to bring our knowledge to bear, to partner with government in making sure that we bridge that skill gap. And the fact that we are also bankers to a number of mining operators, we also leverage their understanding across different markets. We partner with chambers of commerce and industry, ranging from Zimbabwe. We are present at all of the mining conferences where decisions are made, where investors and the host economies are brought together to make sure. Another thing, lastly, what we do, like I told you, we're a signatories to a number of mining protocols. We're signatories to best practices. We're governed by what I will call the GLM. What is GLM? GLM is in terms of the geography where the mines are located, the location, and the, how do I put it, the operating environment of the mines. We make sure it is not enough to house resources. Number one, the financier funding will go to where it is adjudged that resources have been sourced responsibly, the process of the input that goes into the production of those resources have also been judged to have been sourced in line with best practices. That is what we call responsible mining. We are governed by the ethics of responsible mining, and we make sure that across all of the geographies, for the project that we fund, we make sure that they are governed by that, so that we don't run foul of the law and we can attract funds in the green space where a lot of resources are being committed, and we can then mobilize that from the surplus unit onto the deficit unit. And we, in collaboration with the Development Finance Institution, who are focused on the productive segment, getting mining to work for Africa and for Africans, we partner with them, and then we're able to mobilize resources, help this government to put in place practices and policy that will help them to leapfrog to the next level.
Libya's Minister of Oil and Gas, Mohamed Aoun, is set to return to the African Energy Week's Invest in African Energy Conference this November. The conference, taking place from November 4 to 8 in Cape Town, will see the Libyan oil chief highlight onshore investment possibilities, provide updates on ongoing projects, and advocate for business ventures in Libya's energy sector. Be a part of the conversations. Go to the African Energy Week website at www.aecweek.com to register and secure a front seat at the event. And that's how we wrap up this package of Energy Frontiers. We thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow the program on Frontier Africa Reports website, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube, and follow us across all our social media handles as indicated on the screen. I am Justina Okechukwu. Bye-bye.